Thank you for tuning in. This is Sad Clown Outdoors, and today we're working on this 1993 Yamaha 350 two-wheel drive four-wheeler. It was originally at an airport here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and my in-laws purchased it to pull aircraft around. Eventually, they got too old to be doing that hobby, so I took it off their hands. It needed a lot of work, didn't have the front end, so I modified this front bracket because my purpose for this is utility purposes around my property here, and to deal with the chickens and other things that I need to haul big bags of stuff and rock and lumber and everything else around here. But it doesn't have a winch, so I wanted a winch capacity on this. So I decided, instead of just making it a strict winch, I would build an entire bracket and then put a hitch mount on there to where I could put a removable hitch mounted winch or a ball hitch to do trailers or any other type of towing. On the back end, I'll also do a hitch mount. That one won't be welded because this one's welded because I don't want it to move anywhere while I'm using that winch under pressure. But the trailer, if I've got that going left or right, I don't really care. It's not dangerous, not a problem. It's fine. But this, not having that front grill, as you can see, this front rack is not supported very well. It fluctuates. So I'm going to build an extension onto my front rack, although it won't be pretty. We don't care. It will stabilize this front rack and I can use it for heavier usage. So the goal, and I've already measured it out and cut the pieces, is to take these 14 inches pieces of angle iron and put them right up against here and support it as such. And then I'll put this cross member in place to mount the winch controller. Now the wind's kind of messing with my audio maybe, so I might have to dub this over, but in theory that should work. Once I get that in place, I'm going to put a waterproof plug onto the winch to where I can disconnect it and remove it if I want to. Winch controller and battery will remain on board. Yeah, so let's bolt it up. Now I did have to take a notch out of that corner so that it would line up with this slanted angle iron I have down here. Now these are 1/4 inch bolts, and if you're looking for bolts, there's no better place than Ace Hardware for knowledge, or Fastenal for plenty of plentifulness of variety. Okay, get the drill. Now if you're going to use a drill, just sink something down like that. These little extensions are really worth saving. You know, they'll save your time. They're really worth getting. They will definitely save you on a lot of headache running bolts down. Sometimes you got to find the angle that works. There it goes. All right. Set this straight. Okay. Now these are not deep well. I'm gonna go get one because that bolt head is in the way. Now this is a standard socket. That is a deep well. Now when that nut goes down that bolt far enough, it starts impacting the drill itself or the ratchet or whatever else is there, because this is too short. We want to extend it out. Bring these down. Okay. Now, let's get a wrench to tighten those up. One down. There we go. Pretty long. Pretty solid. This one's going to be difficult. All right. Now I can put solid amount of weight on the front end. It's no longer weak. Now all we need to do is test fit our winch and see where we need that winch controller mount. Alright, so it looks like almost anywhere will be out of the way. So I'm probably going to mount it right in line with this black fender well here. All right, well, let's get to it. All right, so now it's time to weld up the mount. Not going to be pretty, but neither is that. So don't really care. It'll serve its purpose and do what I need it to. So got the grounding cable connected. I'm just leaving the welding settings as they are. Not too worried about it because it doesn't have to be pretty and I'm out of practice anyway. So hopefully we can get this to stick on there and go from there. Now that we've tacked it in place, it'll hold itself there while I weld up the rest of it. Don't judge me too badly. Way too hot, way too crazy. But it'll hold. On a normal day, I'd mess with the settings and get a nice speed, like for automotive use, but I don't really care. Good enough, nice and ugly. One of the things we want to do, because this will just flash rust, is get it coated. A little toasty, not much. Piece of cardboard keeps you from spray paint and everything else. Really hard place to get. Good enough. And if I ever care to repaint the four-wheeler, then maybe I'll care. But now we have our winch plate. Okay. Now, I have the solid load capacity that we want. Got the nice bracket all welded up, bolted on. It'll hold. Tune in next time. Sad Clown Outdoors. Feel free to like and subscribe.